G'day, welcome to the Hypocrisy Hotline, live from Adelaide. Tonight we're exposing double standards with explosive questions. So buckle up for some sassy truth bombs. Let's get into it. G'day, you heartbroken hypocrite hunters. Schulla here, your fave expat from South Africa, who's been basking in Aussie glory for 25 years after ditching homeland headaches for beachy bliss. Broadcasting live from the Hypocrisy Hotline studio in Adelaide, where we mend broken hearts with brutal truth. Tonight's tearjerker takedown, Tucker Carlson's true colors, from like-minded legend to Trump-Israel heartbreaker. Oh, darlings, grab your tissues. I always thought Tucker was my conservative crush, aligned on Trump and Israel, but his recent rants have shattered my illusions faster than a dropped Vegemite jar. What a flip-flopping fraud. Picture this, mates. Tucker was the Fox kingpin who championed Trump in 2016, calling him a genius disruptor.
Trump's weird kind of unintentional political genius is to drive his opponents crazy, so all of a sudden you have liberals defending MS-13 and the dignity of porn stars.
We bonded over his America First vibes. But crikey, his true colors emerged post-Fox firing in 2023. Now he's cozying up to isolationists, warning Trump against Middle East meddling like it's Iraq 2.0. In a 2025 White House chat, Tucker begged Trump to skip strikes on Iran, fearing it'd tank the economy and betray MAGA. Trump dismissed him as kooky and bombed anyway. Ouch. Tuck. As a pro-Trump gal, my heart cracked when Tucker slammed Sean Hannity and Mark Levin as warmongers for backing Israel. Mate, that's not America first. That's America isolated. And Israel? Blimey, Tucker's gone full skeptic. He called Israel a completely insignificant country with no resources and zero US strategic interest, just a burden we prop up. In Doha, he grilled why we're tied to this tiny nation of 9 million while ignoring Gulf giants.
I am an American, and so I will explain what I believe is the American perspective, which is we align with countries that share our values, but mostly we align with countries that have some strategic benefit to us. And this is a resource-dense part of the world. Energy is essential for civilization. And the country that we're most closely allied with has no resources. It is 9 million people. It is a completely insignificant country in the Levant. I'm speaking of Israel. It is an insignificant country from an American point of view. The only reason Israel is significant is because we provide a security guarantee. So we have to defend Israel because I'm not sure why. We have no moral obligation to defend Israel whatsoever. And there's no American interest inherent in Israel. They're the holy sites, which are great, and I think the world should be allowed access to them. To the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, to the Church of the Nativity, and to Al-Aqsa Mosque, and to the Wall. But as a nation, as a secular nation, there is no overridingly value strategic interest in Israel for the United States. Like, what are we getting out of this? Nothing. It's only cost. Whereas, for example, the 6 GCC nations, there's a very obvious benefit to the United States. So, of course, we should be closely allied with all 6 of these countries. And I know that they're constantly fighting with each other. But again, I'm an American looking at it from an American perspective. Those are very important relationships. Much more important than our relationship with Israel. Much more important. If you were to assess what's in America's interest purely that way, like we're gonna have relationships with other countries based on what's good for us. You would rate your relationship with Qatar, for example, as infinitely more important than your relationship with Israel. Infinitely more important. Now, there are a lot of people dedicated to lying about that. That's not true. They share our values. No. Qatar is a much more important relationship than a relationship with Israel. And I think that's starting to dawn on people. Why are we spending billions of dollars destroying our credibility, paying for the murder of children? Like, how is that good for us? I guess it's good for Bibi, okay. But it's not good for us. And everyone knows it's not good for us. And only when they stick a gun in your face and tell you to shut up are you going to pretend that it's good for you. But if you're allowed to think for yourself, you realize that is not good. Period.
As a Zionist myself, that broke my heart. Israel's the Western world's ally, innovating peace, not a drag. But Tucker's platformed far-right Nick Fuentes, the anti-Semite who sees Jews as threats, and they bashed Christian Zionists like Ted Cruz and Mike Huckabee as brain virus victims. Trump defended the interview, but it split MAGA. Even Heritage backed Tucker, deepening the antisemitism rift. Tucker called Zelensky rat-like and accused Israel of killing Christians in Gaza, tropes straight from the Hitler hate handbook. He even let a Florida candidate spew false claims that criticizing Israel is illegal. No pushback! Heartbreaker alert. I thought he was like-minded, but he swerved into isolationist anti-Israel territory, alienating Trump loyalists like me all over this planet. And just when I thought my heart couldn't take more, Tucker's latest feud with Ted Cruz sealed the deal. Tucker interviewed Anglican Archbishop Hossam Noam and claimed fewer now than in 1948, blaming walls and restrictions. He praised Jordan's treatment of Christians and mocked US leaders like Huckabee for ignoring it. Crikey, Tucker, that's cherry-picking.
How are Christians doing in the Holy Land? Do Christians in the Holy Land receive support from Christians around the world? Jordan's Muslim king funds Christian holy sites as Huckabee fails Jerusalem's Christians. The Christian hospital in Gaza that was bombed 8 times by Israel. How many people have been killed in Gaza? How are Christians treated in Israel? How much has Jewish extremism increased in Jerusalem? Christian life in the West Bank and Jordan. How are Christians treated in Jordan? How has Jordan remained stable despite refugees and energy shortages? Why Israel makes it difficult for Christians to visit holy sites? Why Christians are safer in Jordan than Israel? What's next for Gaza? Where is this all going?
Ted Cruz fired back on X that day, calling Tucker a Qatari spokesman and liar, pointing out Israel's Christian population exploded. From 34,000 in 1949 to 187 in 2024, a 350% jump. Math is hard, Ted snarked. Sure, percentages dipped due to overall growth. But Tucker's ignoring real persecution in Palestinian areas and broader emigration. This spat echoes their 2025 clash where Tucker grilled Cruz on biblical support for Israel, accusing him of foreign favoritism. As a Christian Zionist at heart, Tucker's demon-possessed vibe breaks mine. He's dividing conservatives for clicks. Tucker, love, you broke my heart. From Trump cheerleader to warning him off Israel aid like it's a bad date. Your nationalist crusade veers into racist tropes, entertaining JFK Israel conspiracies and Fuentes bile. Niga like a mint. As an expat who's seen real divides, your flip on allies insults us all. Time to reclaim those colors or admit the grift. That's the sassy scoop from Adelaide, mending hearts with truth. Stay cheeky, question the colors, and support true allies. Love this roast? Hit subscribe, or I'll send a kangaroo therapist your way. Ta-ta, you legends!